Okay, people, we're on one of our sites. It's 40-some plus acres we're preparing to develop here, so we need to take a look. This is one of our first steps when you're beginning to develop an area. From time to time, you'll come up with the game plan, and then you may have to go and assess what you've got in front of you. And so we're going to do that now on this land. You recognize that just here to the left, that it had been relatively clear there in the past before this has grown up. And so we're hoping to come back in the same area and begin on the lower end of this parcel. Thinking a particular size, but I have to weigh it against what cost will be at that time and see what's really going to make sense. So where I'm at now, see here on the land, I still got my path that I set out some time ago, and I'm seeing tracks from some deer and things of that sort, and that's just part of it. But I'm gonna come back through here and actually get this cleared down to nothing, so we can have a good path to get back here, and also see what areas we're gonna get cleared. So we've got some trees like this one. It's not too big, smaller stuff, but we can actually get this cleared out and we could do what we need to do. Like I said, 40 acres, that's a good bit. You have to watch where you are and what you've got going in here, because it's very easy to lose your way. I've seen that happen a time or two. You follow your map, make sure you use the electronic devices you have. You may make marks on your way in. We were in here one time with the machine, and you get in there so far and you make so many turns and you look to where this one crest is, and next thing you know, you look back and you're not where you started. So you have to be careful. Anything can happen out in the woods, rather. And so you want to be on point in regards to your thinking and your faculties, making sure you have something to eat and you're okay and all that. So like I said, it's 40-something acres, and nobody's coming for you on some private land but you. So again, that's where I am now, in the middle of some of the acres that we have there, and we're just going to continue to do what we've been doing, which is find the way to develop the land and bring a good product. So we're a few minutes in. We see where we made our turn the last time and where we had our path cut and what has grown up, so that gives us what we need at this point. We'll get back to the map, see where we'll actually do our dividing with the engineer that we had, and get started on this one. There's some plants that are growing wild, oddly enough, that are nice. I'm always interested in some of the plants that come up and some of the little details about them. This one almost looked like has the same look of the yucca. You definitely don't want to put your hands on it and get stuck. It's just interesting to look at raw land and what happens with it. But right now we're probably 40 degrees, 10-mile-an-hour wind, and we're beginning to drop. And we're going to be in the teens over the weekend, so it'll be a good time to really get out and walk the land and see what's what, and not really be concerned about some things with it being so cold. So that's an advantage. Like I said, we'll get a machine to get this area cleared. We have an ATV, and we can simply come up here and ride it so far, and then make a full assessment on what we've looked at already, and then be ready to go. But we like what we've saw in the past, and so we'll continue to make our plans accordingly. But if you're going to have land or land tracts, that's a large part of being on point with where you are and what may have changed, is being able to continue to make assessments on what you have in front of you, what may have changed with the land, and some of those things. I like this area as you're coming down the road just to the left. I like it pretty decent. As far as clearing, that looks pretty good to me. So we'll look at that, getting this area cleared and working on having a way to get onto it and all of that. So that's what we've got here in the woods down in Tuscaloosa County. That's what it looks like. You guys be safe out there. That's all for now.